The angels have been randomly guided to do some January readings. I'm intending for these to be short because I was not planning on this. This is my first one. It'll be for Capricorn because you're the next sign that we're about to enter. And it's exactly 3:33 in the afternoon. So the Ascended Masters are here with us for this reading. 3:33 on Saturday, December 11th. So December's another three as well. It's like 3 3 3 3 1 1. All right. Let's get started. So right off the bat, you guys are beginning with the Wheel of Fortune upright. And something is very suddenly, something you've been trying to manifest is very suddenly going to pick up speed and begin to happen. It's definitely something you've been trying to manifest. Once it picks up speed, there may be a point where you have to be patient again, but it won't be long after that. Just like you're just literally standing there waiting for your ship to come in. You can see it on the horizon. So something that you've been trying to manifest that maybe it's felt like nothing's been happening with it for a while. You got the moon there. Maybe because there is a new moon. I think almost immediately, or full moon almost immediately after the sun enters your sign, if I remember correctly. We got the Six of Swords also upright. So again, things are moving in a positive direction where they may not have been prior. And this will be very sudden. It may require you to let go of something. I don't know if you guys saw the Four of Pentacles there. Something that you know you should let go of. So maybe finally do, and that's when the energy quickly begins to move. Your overall energy is the King of Pentacles in reverse. Of course, that is technically your own energy. I'm going to be using these decks to hold up the cards because I've been in Queen of Pentacles mode and like cleaning and stuff. And you know when you clean up so good and you put stuff out of your way for a time that you don't know where it is? Yeah, I don't know where my stands are. So this is how we're going to do it. All of this is so random. I was guided to put this stuff down. You guys familiar with this stone? It's called the blood of Christ. You see the red speckles? That's supposedly his blood, like where it dripped. Anyway. Oh, Five of Cups is your beginning energy, your overall energy again is the King of Cups and King of Pentacles in reverse. This is like the energy that most directly represents you over the month. And maybe you're feeling this disappointment and doubt and pessimism because you have been working on manifesting something and you don't feel like it's coming. Again, very suddenly it will, but it may require you to make a move first to let go of something that you've been holding on to, even if that thing is just negative emotions. Surrounding energy involving close friends, family members, co-workers. We got the Magician upright. They may be a Gemini or somebody who is helping you to manifest, or somebody who you see manifesting, you're saying, why isn't that working for me? Of course, it can work for you as well. Work and finance, we have the Six of Cups in reverse. Love and relationship, we have Temperance upright. Your physical health will be the Two of Wands. Just have to move these down a bit. And your spiritual health will be the Page of Cups. Upright. Can we see all those? I hope so. There's that overall energy. Our overall energy, the King of Pentacles in reverse, tends to be somebody who looks at himself as by what his accomplishments are, not really by who he is inside. So it's like all, and you know, they call Capricorn like the worker, the workhorse, I've heard a few different things, the mule, somebody that doesn't give up, of the zodiac, right? That's just a really, really hard worker. And that's how you're measuring yourself, is what the King of Pentacles in reverse says. By all the work you've done, all the things you've done. as opposed to the kind of person you are inside. Now, this may actually be you and your energy, particularly if you are a male and or masculine energy, or a feminine or female who's found herself very heavily relying on the her masculine side as of late. Alternative to that, this can be another Capricorn who is significant to you, or a Taurus or Virgo, or someone like into those traits or attributes. What's most important to remember when this card shows up is no matter what happens in your life, that it's important to remember that your happiness and success is not, based on just one single event or even one handful of events, right? And this is a time to just for you to really muster up a positive attitude about yourself as a whole person, not like a piece of a person. So moving on to, and that kind of explains the Five of Cups. So moving on to that Five of Cups, this is another card which reminds us that where we put our focus in life has a lot to do with the quality of our lives. So if you're just focusing on material things and things like accomplishments and stuff, and who's impressed with you and who's not, then how well is that working for you, I guess would be my question. When we should be choosing to work for choosing to focus on things that are going to produce something for us, like give us some sort of benefits, of learning experience, some sort of growth, enhancement, abundance, something, not just because not just like tangible stuff that sits there. And if something hasn't gone right, the implication of the card is pretty, of the illustrated picture is pretty clear, right? Are you going to cry with spilled milk, or are you going to focus on the milk that you still have and get on with things? And the point is just basically, again, watch where you put your focus and make sure that that focus is toward your highest good. So your two sort of overall energies of the King of Pentacles and this card basically giving you the same message. So I would say that is you, again, regardless of gender or archetype even. Which explains the Magician, because the Magician is about making better and higher use of one's power, right? Spiritual, emotional, maybe physical, even strength, just so that you can bring things about. Because the Magician has all these things at the ready, right, available to them for use, like in a toolkit, a toolbox. There's another card again that signifies new beginnings also, and that we should expect like great things to happen. Very, very positive card, powerful card, positive omen when it shows up in a reading. Can be very spiritual. This position of surrounding energy, as I said before, this could be about somebody who is supporting you. This could be about somebody who's reminding you of who you really are, and how strong you really are, and what you're really capable of, and how you are bigger and better than your just what you have, your material possessions and your accomplishments. That there's so much more to you. This person may specifically be a Gemini, beginning with me, right? Because that's what I'm doing right now, and I am a Gemini actually. You should note that this is like not magic in the sense that you need to do any kind of spell work or anything. This is just an innate sort of magic that you possess, that you should be putting to use for yourself. That all it requires to get it started is your own mind. The power of the mind is like limitless, and when we think of positive thoughts, we can be incredible, master manifestors. I consider myself one. This is key though. The Magician is about action. If you do nothing, you'll get nothing. So when we saw the Four of Pentacles, and I said you're probably going to require some sort of action of you to let go of something, in order for you to manifest what it is you've been trying to work on. There it is. There's your reconfirmation. Also, think about the Magician like this. It's not about being like handed something on a silver platter. It's about you having the potential to even have a platter, right? And putting stuff on it is up to you and very easy for you to do with the right words, the right mindset, all of that kind of stuff. And again, this could be somebody reminding you of it. This could even be somebody giving you the platter, but saying, I'm not gonna put the stuff on it for you. You put the stuff on it. That brings us to the Six of Cups and work and finance. So the honeymoon period at your job may be over in your work life or career. However, this does not have to, like, be a bad thing. It's just simply like, you know, you removing any rose-colored glasses you may have had on. They're off now, and you're seeing your surroundings, your career, whatever it is related to your job, just more clearly. And you should think long and hard before deciding whether or not you need to take some sort of action in this regard, just due to like perceived things that you feel are wrong in the workplace based on this new observation. Some battles are worth fighting, some are not. So you just got to, decide which are for you and take it from there. Specifically about finance, you finally sort of brought into your life the idea that in order for you to have a good flow of money, you have to pay attention to money and your relationship with it and your actions around it and with regard to it. And if you need help handling your finances, which I'm going to guess you probably don't as a Capricorn, but if you do, I mean, because we got other stuff in our chart, maybe something else in your chart is, causing this to happen. So if that's the case, if you need help handling your finances, then you should not hesitate to ask for it with this card. Get your money working for you, and don't avoid the issue of, getting things in order with regard to your finances, because if you do, you'll somehow be like set back. Temperance for love says that before you can have, the feelings you want to have in a relationship, in a healthy way, peace and joy, even wisdom, you need to have that within yourself. And so it's how we can fix this and how we can create that for ourselves is to look at what we feel guilty about, mistakes we've made, maybe whatever has you doing this, right, with your head down, and then forgive yourself for them and let them go. This could be another thing another reason why we saw the Four of Pentacles, and this may be of what we need to let go. These feelings about ourselves. Remember, I said possibly even negative emotions could be what it is. Let those things go. It's the only way that we're going to be able to, progress from here. We're like letting that go, and that's creating a space for the new healthy energy to enter and to be in and to grow in. That takes us to your physical health. And the Two of Wands in this position is really about us healing ourselves with positive thought. So it's like every one of your cards just like seems like to build upon the other. Each message builds upon the previous one. Basically, it says, no one holds all the answers to what's going on with your health. If you feel like you're in need of healing, the way to begin to correct that is to start by imagining that healing is possible. So again, it's about thinking positive, and then possibly maybe even educating yourself further on it by reading about other success stories, positive health outcomes, and just thinking positive and having faith about yourself, and things happen. And good things happen is basically the message of this card. So I mean, obviously, if you feel like you're really, really sick and you need to see a doctor, then do so. I'm definitely not telling anybody not to go to the doctor. I'm just saying that with this card popping up, it's likely that the people I'm talking to that are going to be seeing this reading don't really need to. They're just feeling sort of down in the dumps. And how can you heal that? By positive thought. The end. So that takes us to your spiritual health. And this one is going to build on it. It's going to build on the rest just like the others. It's not going to be any different, because what this card says in this placement is that you need to start like going back to like revisiting your spiritual practices and rituals and traditions and things that maybe you've just fallen away from, maybe because you've been working so hard, Capricorn, probably, knowing you. Things have just sort of fallen away and you haven't been like tending to yourself in a spiritual way. If you give yourself the time and space to consider if or where you can use these things, or maybe even pursue new spiritual practices or information that could be interesting to you, this will be, particularly healing for you, and a real opportunity for growth. So, maybe again, reading up on spiritual things, and traditions and belief systems, maybe that you already have, or considering a new one. And that's going to be, that could, I think like the health one, the physical health and the spiritual health go hand in hand. And then they both will solve all the other problems. The Page of Cups may be an actual Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or someone like into those traits or attributes in your life too. Maybe there's somebody who got you into a spiritual practice, or who can get you into a spiritual practice, who may have something to share with you about that. I also didn't mention that Temperance, so that was in your love and relationship, may involve a Sagittarius. Hope you guys have enjoyed your reading. Namaste.